Hello and welcome to another day in the life of Hutch. Yes, the vlog is back a second time. I had such a fun time, I had to do another one today, so I'm going to continue on. Anyway, what happened then? So from the last vlog, I then went to edit some video. I was really excited, really motivated, right? Sorry, I've got to have my coffee as well whilst doing this. So I was very excited to edit the video because I felt I've done a great job on this hybrid picking video. Let's go. So, launched Final Cut Pro, and guess what? It failed, right? It failed on its validation of plugins. Not all the plugins, but some of them. So then I spent the entire evening till 1 o'clock in the morning removing plugins that were failing the validation, okay? So I could launch the program. So about 1 o'clock, Final Cut finally actually worked, and I was just too tired at that point to actually do any editing whatsoever. But it doesn't matter because I woke up in the morning, first thing I did was editing. I edited the vlog. That's actually uploaded now on the channel. And what's really interesting, that I've heard that if you upload your video and you leave it as unlisted for 24 hours, then it allows YouTube's algorithm to work out where it's going to push your video out to what audiences. So I'm quite interested to see if there's any truth behind that, or whether it's a fishwife story. Who knows? But we'll find out. So I'll report in on that. So I got some stuff done this morning, which was great, and then it's a bank holiday Saturday, so we'll have all the domestic trivia stuff that I have to do, believe it or not. Not permanently sat in this studio, it's hard to believe, just playing guitars and doing music. I have to engage with other things, that, like what you normally do in the real world, and one of those things is getting the backyard painted. Now, the one problem is A, I'm not going to paint it, so we've got somebody else to do it, so that's solved that. But it's actually getting the correct paint. You see, the house that I live in is a period Victorian house, and you have to have, by law, the correct Victorian colour to paint anything. So, and it's all super expensive stuff as well. So we had to go to the paint shop. Must have taken about 2 hours in the paint shop trying to work out how to get the paint sorted from this code that we have for the paint. That's now sorted, so I'm pleased about that. Now I've just got the painting guy to come in on Tuesday, and the backyard's going to look spectacular, to the point actually where I might actually do some vlogging out there. So I'm quite keen on doing stuff out and about. Just scratch my eye, bit itchy. There we go. So I was a bit inspired from the backyard, and then I thought, what do I need to do my mobile vlogging? Well, the phone's great, but you need to use this camera. And setting that camera up this way, I can't see what the shot's like. So I've bought this brilliant small rig, which is getting delivered. It'll be here this week. Monitor viewfinder that magnetically clips onto here, and then you can see the shot that you're taking. And I've got like a new stand and stuff, so that's going to be good. And then I've got a lav mic as well. That's Bluetooth. So I'm really looking forward to that setup. So I'm going to do some of these videos actually in the car, in the backyard, in the living room, in the kitchen, in the front garden. So it'll be another introduction to other areas of my life. So that'll be fascinating, not just in the blue and red studio. So the other thing is, tonight I'm going to have an evening in with me and Brett Gorsted, Legato book. So I'm hoping to do some of these exercises in here. I'm already halfway through the book, but really I'm racing through it because I just want to get to the end, because the end he's done some improvised solos, which are all transcribed. Everything in this book's in tablature. Now, what is actually brilliant about this book is that it's a method book, which everybody knows I love method books. There's a lot of text, so there's a lot of stuff explaining, describing about the technique and how to deploy it, with lots of small tabbed out examples. And it really takes you from complete beginner right through to like his level. It's like quite incredible. I'm really looking forward to those transcribed solos. But this book cost me, I think it'll probably cost about $20, and it also comes with 5 gigs of video as well. So it's just like any other downloadable instructional video, but you get this book, and I just think for $20, it's like I can't believe how thick the book is. Look at that. It's a bargain, isn't it? It's an absolute bargain. So that's really, really cool, isn't it? So lots of things kind of going well today. And oh yeah, and then tomorrow we've got a guy called Victor coming up. All right, now Victor is also a YouTuber, videographer and sound guy. So I'm looking forward to having him in the studio, and I think we're going to do a joint vlog. And what I want to do, right, is I want to ask him to review my setup, because I think he's a bit of an expert. So I'm dying to know what he thinks of sitting in here, and you know, how he would improve the studio with no resources. So I'd be interested to hear that, because I've never really had anybody professional from the industry come in here and critique the setup. So I'll be looking forward to that. And of course, it's going to be videoed, and you will be able to watch that. So that's another really cool thing to happen. Other than that, working on new tutorials. So I'll have to do the kick drum one this week coming up. So how to EQ a kick drum, how to EQ various other percussion instruments. That's all like definitely going to happen. I never thought I'd be doing something like that from being a coach. But it's an important thing to do, because I get asked a lot, how do you do these things? How do I EQ? How do I mix? And rather than kind of spending time in a coaching session, because the definition of when you're coaching somebody is all I'm doing is I'm helping somebody. The bottom line is I'm just helping somebody to facilitate the skills that they already have through questioning. Or at least in my music groups, what tends to happen is that I'll take them through a particular music making exercise that gives them insight into their own abilities, that then allows them to go on and hopefully make absolutely tons of music. But that's fundamentally, you know, what that coaching thing is all about. So I don't really want to go into teaching skills. So there's a big difference there. When you're teaching, it's like you're lifting somebody's head up and then you're tipping the knowledge in and shutting the head, and then there you go, and you just go off and do that. So I thought I'll keep all the teaching stuff onto the YouTube channel, and then there's going to be lots of how to do this, how to do that videos. But I am looking forward to doing some more music production stuff, and got a lot of things planned for that as well as guitar. And at some point I'm going to have to work on the McLaughlin and Hutch stuff. So there's a lot of things I need to be doing, as well as sitting here and getting confident in front of the camera. And I think this is a great way to actually do that. Now let me check and see. So there was some other things I was wanting to say. Yeah, so tonight I get to do some guitar practice. So Brett, method book, I'll be taking some of those methods. And again, what I'll do, and I've mentioned this before, is instead of using a metronome, metronomes are okay, but what I prefer to do is I much prefer, right, to play along to a backing track. And because that way you're playing along with real instruments, and you can adapt all these exercises into a groove. Even if you're playing just a scale, ascending and descending to a backing track, you're training your ear as well, because you're allowing your ear to hear each of the notes and how they sound over a chord progression or just a chord if it's a static backing track. And what you find is each note's got its own personality. You start recognizing certain intervals. And when that happens, then you're able to sort of hear melodies in your head and then either completely play them or get close to them on guitar. And that's an amazingly empowering thing. In fact, there's a number of things that happen when I'm improvising. You see, I do a lot of fast legato, and I also play slow as well. So when I'm playing slow, often I can hear the melody. So I'm almost playing what my head's telling me to play in response to the music. And when I approach the music as well, remember, I'm always thinking about discovery. I'm always asking, what's this music asking me to do? And then I play to that. So ideas will come into my head. Sometimes I'll play the first idea. Sometimes I might wait and pause and play the second idea. But often I can hear these melodies and play them. As I play faster, I tend to hear more of a contour. So faster passages like arpeggios, really fast pentatonic runs, scale sequences, I can hear the sequence as a contour, not the individual notes, so I can hear the overall average melody, so to speak. So that's how I tend to think of these things. And to be able to do that, I have to ear train those components by playing to a backing track. So there's something to try out. And as I say, the important thing here is we're always serving the music, okay? It's about discovering what the music wants to be. And it's really interesting because I always say this, the older I get, right, the more spiritual the experience of playing music is. And I think this is why I'm really addicted to improvisation at the minute, because I really kind of connect to that spiritual side. What I realise is music is bigger than me. And it isn't about what I want. It's never about what I want the music to do or be. It is more about how I will serve the music that's there. And I think that is a much better situation to be in. And when I do that, I play my best. When I go into a design mode, for example, playing to a backing track, I'm going to play this like I've been practicing it. I'm just going to shove it in here. Immediately, I'm starting to plan in my head. I'm not listening to the music, and I can guarantee it goes wrong. Or I'm just playing muscle memory licks and not really, kind of just spinning wheels, not really going anywhere, buying time. So that's a really interesting perspective that I found. And another guy who I really identify with this is Victor Wood, and he has this amazing book called The Music Lesson. I advise everybody to read that, and that is really about a whole spiritual journey through music. So it's well worth reading that as well. All right, now oh yeah, and then basically got some shorts to edit tomorrow, and then I realised that actually I haven't got enough tops to wear. So when I'm looking at my shorts, there's about 8 shorts with red tops, 8 shorts where I'm wearing a yellow top, 8 shorts wearing a blue top. So it looks quite blocky. So I'm going to buy some more because I've run out of those kind of really exciting tops that I'm wearing, the sweatshirts. So I've got another 3 on order. So they'll be coming out. And apart from that, if you've enjoyed this blog and me talking to the camera and watching me grow in confidence, I'm trying to level up my live performances to my content recording. And the only way to do that, okay, at the end of the day, is bite the bullet, drag my arse to this camera and talk to it like a friend or a therapist. So if you've liked my ramblings today, please do subscribe to my channel and like this video so other people can watch and maybe get something from this and make their lives better. All right then, guys, I will see you on the next one.